these videos, we don't reveal any addresses, and even though I've done a house tour of my own place, please do not show up at any private residences because it's not safe for anyone. A-list actress Glenn Close has earned quite the fortune over her career, but rather than live in Hollywood, she'd spend most of her life in New York. She had a main mansion in Bedford Hills she lived in for 30 years, as well as a second property she purchased nearby. And then over in Montana, she bought herself a dream property more recently. Glenn Close is an actress and one of the most accomplished Hollywood stars of her generation. Not only has she won countless accolades, including 3 Emmy Awards, 3 Tony Awards, and 3 Golden Globes, she's also been nominated for 7 Academy Awards. However, she's yet to take an Oscar home with her. Originally raised in a wealthy family, Close was a theater student in college before beginning her acting career on the stage in the mid-70s. She'd remain a stage actor for most of the decade before branching out to appear in films like The Big Chill and The Natural. Shortly thereafter, she'd land her breakout roles in Dangerous Liaisons and Fatal Attraction. Glenn would end up earning herself an astounding net worth estimated to be in the $50 million range. She'd then invest a decent portion of this wealth in a series of gorgeous New York State homes. Over the past couple of years, however, Glenn has decided to totally switch up her living situation, moving to a dream property in Montana where she hopes to make up for lost time with her family. Hey guys, it's Kara the Vampire Slayer back with another exclusive house tour here on Famous Entertainment, and today we're looking at the homes of Glenn Close. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit me up on Instagram to chat. Now let's get into this. After almost 30 years of living in one spot, Glenn Close is bidding farewell to her New York State Bedford Hills estate, one that she lovingly nicknamed Beanfield. This is a dreamy farmhouse located just an hour from the heart of Manhattan and set on 10 acres of idyllic land, secluded within a beautiful setting of old-growth trees, stone walls, and open meadows. Glenn's property was originally built in 1910 before being updated over the years into the epitome of countryside chic. It's unclear exactly how much Glenn paid for this property when she originally moved in during the early 90s, but upon doing so, she brought on an architectural firm to renovate and expand the property. When all is said and done, Glenn had herself a 5,773 square foot, 2-story home that boasted 4 bedrooms as well as 4.5 baths. Inside the home, large rooms and a thoughtful floor plan host a ton of grand living spaces while still being perfect for everyday living. Entertaining was at the heart of this redesign, and that choice is reflected in the spacious porch that welcomes guests up the front steps and ushers them into the entry hall, which boasts hand-painted floors. Located just to the left of the entrance is the stunning home library, which includes a fireplace and 2 doors that lead into the dining room. Speaking of, the dining room boasts a warm color scheme and has its very own butler's pantry with a beautiful soapstone sink just off to the side. Of course, that has got nothing on the kitchen, fitted with a Viking professional range, boasting 2 ovens and 6 burners, not to mention a sub-zero fridge, a compactor, microwave, and a dishwasher. Only a few steps away from the kitchen is the family room, which is anchored by a fireplace on one side and a breakfast table on the other. Meanwhile, 2 glazed doors lead out to the rear deck and flank a large window seat. Upstairs, the spacious master bedroom includes yet another window seat, walk-in closets, and a fireplace of its own. Located just off of that bedroom is an office that Glenn nicknamed the boat room, which contains a wet bar and fridge with a door leading out to a sun porch. And the ensuite here boasts a whirlpool tub, 2 sinks, a water closet with bidet, and a steam shower. Additional living spaces can be found in a series of buildings on the grounds, including a children's playhouse with a loft-style bedroom, 2-bedroom guest cottage, and a converted barn office area. Most importantly of all, however, is how many special memories this place holds for Close and her family. Not only did she raise her only daughter Annie in this home, but it's also where Annie recently got married in 2018 in what's been described as a bohemian barbecue-themed themed ceremony. Just 2 years later, Glenn would list her longtime home for $3.6 million. It would take her a few months, but she'd eventually sell it for $2.75 million. Then she turned her eye towards her second property, located right nearby. In 1993, Close spent a reported $450,000 to buy a colonial home that spans almost 3,000 square feet. Parts of this remarkable property date back as far as the mid-1700s, and it sits on a grassy 3/4-acre parcel of land, boasting an inviting brick-paved front porch, not to mention rustic wooden beams and beautifully refreshed antique floorboards. This home might be a lot more practical than her other home, but that doesn't make it any less spectacular. Are some casually decorated living and dining rooms, each of which comes with their very own fireplace and connect to one another in an open concept type of way with the property's kitchen. And in the kitchen, while it's clearly been well maintained and sparkling clean, it also looks to be a little bit outdated. Meanwhile, the nearby office/library combo boasts a ton of the knickknacks that Close has picked up throughout her travels over the years. Upstairs, you'll find all the bedrooms and ensuite bathrooms you'd expect in a typical family home, all of which seem cozy and comfy. At the back of the house, there's a stone-paved patio defined by the swooping curve of a low, stacked stone wall. There are also expanses of rolling lawns shaded by some gigantic trees that provide a peaceful setting to relax and enjoy that setting New York sun. Shortly after selling her original Bedford home, Close would also list the property as well, selling it for $775,000, almost double what she originally paid for it. After the sale was finalized, Glenn made the decision to leave her longtime home of New York State completely. Well, where did she go? To the great state of Montana. Upon arriving in Montana, Glenn Close settled to a part of town that she lovingly refers to as Bozeman's funky north side. A full year before the pandemic became a reality for all of us, Close arrived in the town of Bozeman to attempt a second chance to remedy one of her life's biggest regrets: how her professional career had cost her time with her two sisters and brother. Now, this isn't Glenn's first experience in Montana by any means. In fact, prior to moving here, the actress owned a popular local coffee shop known as Leaf and Bean that her sister Jessie co-owned and operated. And that's not all. They also owned the business adjacent to the coffee shop, a one-stop shopping mart known as Poor Richard. And while Glenn has yet to detail exactly where her new home is in Montana, or what it looks like for that matter, she has revealed that it's only a stone's throw away from Jessie's own home. The story goes that after Jessie bought her house in Bozeman, that's when Glenn noticed the next door was an empty property, and she told Ryan Seacrest she couldn't have a stranger living next to her sister. Now, most mornings, she walks across her front yard to get her sister's place, where they share a cup of tea with one another and discuss the events for the coming day. She told Parade magazine, "I take my cup that has a little bit of half and half and sweetener in it, and I fill up my coffee over at her house. And we just chat and laugh at the dogs, and well, that's pretty much the beginning of my day." Outside of her new home, Close has also bought a second parcel of land just north of Bozeman that's full of trees, a creek, wildlife tracks, and lots of beautiful rock. It's her hope to one day build a second home here, one that will harmonize with nature. She told Mountain Outlaw, "When I was little, I got solace in nature, and that has never changed. I always tried to create that same potential for my family, especially now to come back here and be with my siblings and have a piece of land outside of town that will always be here for my daughter and her children." As you can hear from that quote, it really just is about family when it comes to Glenn Close's living situation. These days, she says she couldn't be any happier spending time with her extended family in Montana and caring for her Instagram famous 6-year-old pup, Pippi. And really, when you're approaching your mid-70s, what more could you ask for out of life? It doesn't get much better than that. Alright guys, that'll bring this Glenn Close house tour to a close. Be sure to let us know what you thought of her stunning properties in the comments down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, then ring that bell as well to turn on your notifications. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all in another video. Bye!